Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. I am Jason, your host. I'm autistic. That's the big news for today. Of course, most people already knew this, but I just had my assessment report video call with the health professional. Go through it all, the wonderful people in the autistic assessment people. They will go through it all so detailed, all the stuff that they picked up on me and all the details they had from my past and everything. And yeah, I am seriously autistic. I am autistically autistic. And now I can officially, when I say I've got an official diagnosis of ADHD and an official diagnosis of bipolar, an official diagnosis of PTSD, and I can now say I have an official diagnosis of autism. It's important to get official diagnoses. You can self-identify as autistic and stuff like that, but the problem is a lot of other things can manifest as those things as well. And without going to an official person, without going to a mental health professional, you can't make that thing. You can't make that call. It's why I've always said my GP thinks, my mental health professional thinks that I am. Until you go to an autistic specialist, until you have the assessment, until you've gone through all of that, you can't really say it at the end of the day until you've done that, because you could be manifesting something completely different. So, it's validation. It's validation. To know that I wasn't a lazy and bone idle and immature child at school. That I was just different. And they didn't have the training to deal with it. And at college and university, when I failed my exams and that, because I couldn't cope with the way things were, I wasn't lazy. I wasn't thinking. I was trying so hard, but nothing fit. It's a validation that I wasn't just. All this had a reason. So yeah, this was the big thing there, because the whole point is, it's a 3 or 4 stage thing that you go through. The first is you'll talk to your GP. And if your GP will refer you to a mental health professional, or they'll refer you to the Autism assessment and that, and then you got given a form to fill out and things like that, and then they will judge whether or not to go forward with it, and then they will organise a assessment, which can be in person, or it can be like mine on a video call. They have a special software that they do it under there, and then you can go, and you can have someone with you if you want someone with you for it. And that's always a good thing. I couldn't. I was here on my own. I mean, even though one of my friends said they would come over and be there for me, I really appreciate that. I was able to do it myself. And then they spend 3-4 hours. And my advice for anyone, and I'm going to do a full video on this, my advice for everyone is, if you go for an assessment, be honest and be yourself. If at any point in time in your life there is a time for you to be yourself, to be unmasked with all your little foibles, with all the little things and the thingy. Don't hold back on them. Just let them all out, because they need to see that. They need to judge that. They need to show these things. They're not judging you. They're judging how these things are affecting you. They're picking up on your mannerisms, your voice, and everything. And if you hold it all back, these people are specialists, and they will not. They are in this field. They know what it's like, and they know how different things can be. If you go through with this, be honest and be patient, because it can take like up to a year and a half to go from one stage to the actual assessment stage, and then 6 weeks later, or 8 weeks later, 6 weeks later, you will have your assessment report. It was wonderful. First thing she says was she basically said, "Yep, you are. We're going to, before we go through all the forms, I'm just going to let you know straight away. Yep, you are autistic." And then you went through all of that, every little part, because the report that she's written for you to go to your doctor, your GP will get a report, copy of it to put in your medical notes, because it's an official medical thing. But before then, they'll go through it with you. You have a choice. They'll just email the draft to you, and you can read through it and see if there's anything in there that doesn't fit, if they made any mistakes or anything. Because she said that sometimes there's so much information given to them that it can be easy to get dates wrong or get things wrong in there. And so you get to, but I said I wanted to go through with her because she's so accepting and such a wonderful person, that I wanted to go through each part with her, and any edits or change you have to make in that, and then so you say whether anything's wrong or anything they didn't pick up right or anything like that, or anything you want to add, and then she'll go away now, and then she'll write the official full report, just make it all paragraphed and nice and neat and that, and then she'll send a copy to me, a copy to my doctor, and everything for the official thingy, and so on. So, yeah, it's been a very positive thing, exhausting but positive to deal with this. It's been a long-term thing, that just to get that validation. I'm tired, but yeah. It's now I can advocate. I've always liked to self-help, so I'm going to do videos on how I prepared for my assessment, and then it puts more weight on my coping strategies and how I can help others. And then as well as that, it gives me access to certain places that I can contact now, and then I can talk to other people like me who are dealing with it. I mean, one of the wonderful things about BritMonkey, my friend from Discord, the way we get on so well is because we're both autistic, and we're very different, but we're both autistic. So yeah, that's why I've been very, very hectic this week, because I've known it was coming. I was like, oh God, what are they going to say? Are they going to say that I'm not? Are they going to say this? Are they going to say that? I mean, I was 99% sure, but I didn't want to second guess, because second guess is going to be the worst thing. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I am going to give the dogs a treat. I've got a tiny bit of money, a little tiny bit of money. I'm going to order some oatcakes and cheese and sausage for the doggies. They can have a treat, because we've been through a lot. So bye-bye for now.